Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm here. It's Monday, and we are gonna watch some more Chihayafuru. Last week on Chihayafuru, we watched episode 15, 17, 18, and 19, which was definitely way too much, but I just couldn't stop because these arcs they just are so cliffhangery and so bingeable. This week, I am making a solemn vow to myself that we're going to do this slightly more manageably and do like 2 episodes, which is a lot more reasonable. Um. Smash cut to an hour later. Guess we're watching a third episode, but we'll see. I'll really try to limit it for this time because that was just nutty. Uh, on the note of what actually happened last time, we had an extremely tense, extremely intense final match between Fujisaki and Misuzawa, and it came down to last match, last card, luck of the draw, and by fate and the power of writing, they won. They fucking won, and it was amazing. And they all rushed outside and did hugs and things, and then Chihaya saw Arata, and lots of things converged all at once to make it really amazing. And it was really amazing. So they're champions now. Literally all the best in Japan. That's pretty cool. And even Shinobu, who has been talking up a storm about how useless and worthless and dumb team matches are, and how they're about people who don't really care about Chihayafuru, about Karuta, she had to give a little bit of respect to the final moments of that match because they were really well fought and really hard fought, and it was a hard won victory, and it feels really good. This time on Chihayafuru, I have no idea. We had a mention of like a ceremony or something, so that sounds cool. I would like to, they could get their pictures in the paper and take that home to school and maybe show it around and maybe drum up some support for the Karate Club. But I believe that the next day is the beginning of the individual tournament. And I'm a little bit confused on a couple things. I do not remember, I just straight up do not remember if Chihaya is competing in this individual tournament at all. I'm also not sure if any of the others are competing in this individual tournament at all. The only people who I know 100% are competing in the individual tournament are Arata and Shinobu, which is all that really matters because we're building to an Arata versus Shinobu at some point here, and I'm pretty hyped for that. I'm pretty excited to see that eventually. I'm sure it will take a number of rounds for us to actually get anywhere near that direction, and I would expect that to be very close to the final matches, if at all. It's also entirely possible that like Arata is rusty maybe and gets knocked out relatively early to Shinobu's immense disappointment. I don't know. I don't know much going in for these next couple of episodes, but I know that we're going to start transitioning our focus over to individuals. I'm sure we'll find out relatively quickly whether Chihaya is actually competing. I'm interested in finding that out because I don't remember. I'm sure that we were told at some point, but I don't remember. And I don't know if Taichi is competing, but he's currently Class B. Is Nishida competing? I don't know. I don't know anything. So, not knowing anything, let's go ahead and dive on in and hopefully find out relatively quickly what the hell is going on for these next couple of episodes and see some more Karate greatness. So, in the interest of doing that, I have Chihayafuru episode 20 up and ready to go. I'm still using the Kami subs. The episode 20 actually is 20v2, so I assume that they did some kind of word for fixing something afterward. Doesn't matter. For it, just so you know what subs I'm using, those are the subs I'm using. And if multiple versions of this reaction video, there will be a picture-in-picture version with the video up there, linked in the description, and a timer-based version up on YouTube. If you want to sync up your own copy of these episodes with the timer-based version up on YouTube, you are welcome to do so. Just get your copy ready, because the beep beep timer to count you down will be coming at you right now. Hey. Hey. We get to see Hoko and everybody else, yeah. Breaking the streak. Breaking the streak. Breaking the streak. Thank you. And Taichi picks it up. He's the captain, right? So that makes sense. Ooh, what is that? First through fifth, Fujisaki. Oh. Oh yeah, they're both injured, aren't they? go on. That made my throat catch. Okay. It's heavy. Metaphorically and physically. Mm. Mm-hmm. Winning together. So good. Yeah, me too, Chihaya. What? Oh. Yeah, she is. That is bad. Seems like more than just a jam. Little sprain, maybe? Hopefully not a break. That would put her out for a while. I guess we'll find out. But she needs to stop hiding it and, like, fighting through it. Gotta go see somebody who can wrap that. Get one of those little metal things that hold your finger in place. I had one of those once. It sucked. Writing like this all the time. So we've now, I think, seen all of those characters from the OP. I think. In an autumn field. Hmm. Hmm. It's a good move. I wanted to win. Sweet. Sweet. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Still probably something you want to get checked out. But she has, I think you want to get x-rayed. It might be broken. It might be fractured. Scary. Oh, hi. Sake dumplings. I don't know. That sounds weird. Red bean? Okay. Did their team grow? Looks like it. Maybe, I don't know. Megumi. Whoa! I don't know if you would call Hyoto a friend. A love triangle in there. Yeah, you are very perceptive, Sumide. Eh? She tries. She did. Aww. It's a cool moment. Good luck, buddy. I believe in you. Uh-huh, he'll be back. How do you feel about that? Conflicted? Conflicted. Yep. Yeah. Huh? What? No. I had like a glimmer of hope that he was actually gonna say, "Yeah, you're my enemy." That would be, oh, gauntlet down. Oh boy. Oh, I don't see a fracture. That's not something you want to hear. Then a sprain, probably. Avulsion? I've actually never heard that before. Okay, so she is trying to compete. No way. It's a little more smack. She can fight through the pain, but it'll make it worse. Shit. Those are cute robes. Hmm. Hmm. Sad Chihaya, sad as fuck. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, hi, Taichi. Hmm. Who's the ED? What the heck? For the ending of her dream to do this individually? I don't know. She pulled it through. Just barely. And through luck. Even in recap, that's just a moment. Jam. Still one of my favorite moments. I mean, still, it's only been one reaction since, but oh, it's odd that we're doing all this recap at the moment. I guess as a way to wrap up the team tournament. And you brought it back. Nope. So it wasn't 13? Where did I get 13? Yeah. Okay. Gratitude. Metal guard underneath, yeah. Good. Is she still gonna try? Ah. Yeah, and you could actually fracture it. Gratitude. Ooh, Empress's voice in that moment. It sucks. It sucks. Uh. She made them for real. She made the shirts for real without the second place. Okay. Okay. Fucking sadist. Is he? He's just here to cheer. He's graduate. No, he can play in individuals. It's not a high school tournament. Indeed it does. Kyoro, no! That laugh, oh my god. The individual tournament for each class? I guess they do have an A, a B. You have to get 2 A's. Oh my god, that's absurd. I actually think Tsukuba could do that. He's a little better than a Class D, probably. Yeah, they're all Class A. Except for Rion? Rion is Class B, right? Yeah. Which means Taichi? 3 and 2. 3 and 2 the other way. Oh. Hello, Shinobu. And she's all decked out in snowman gear. Of course she is. Oh, dude. But this will force her to use her middle, right? Huh? Huh? Okay. Oh man, in starting matches. Are there group stages? Who dat? Oh. She dat. Hmm. She wants to know where Arata is. Hmm. What's with that scarf? Yeah. Oh. Oh. Against him? Put them on the opposite sides of the bracket, yo. So condescending. Oh, Shinobu. Oh, man. Yeah, instantly gone. Everybody. Oh, she's still on that train. Never mind. Kind of believe her. With her left. Oh, boy. I kind of like that. Oh, hi, Hyoto. Today's the day. All right. Shut the fuck up. Again. Fucking Hyoto with the hyo hyo hyo. I actually really want to watch their matches. Hmm. Oh, those are. Oh. 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 Is nobody watching Sumire or or Tsukuba's match? That kind of sucks. All right, we've already set her up as a solid challenge. No Shinobu, but a solid challenge. Especially for Chihaya not using her dominant hand. And a hand that she doesn't swing with, doesn't practice with. We're going to cut to the ED at any second, aren't we? Yeah. Already just crying. He knows. It begins. Mm-hmm. One card at a time, Chihaya. Man, if we do this way, we're splitting our attention so many directions for so many matches. Yeah, but you can't move. Risk injury or almost guarantee defeat. I don't know. This is really good. That's a good choice, I think, writing-wise. We'll talk about it more in the discussion. Okay. This was a kind of fun episode. Couple of odd things about it. The first being the quantity of it that was what I would call recap. I mean, just scenes and things that we had already seen before. I'd like to know how much of this episode was recap as stated. So it's once she comes back and lays down next to Taichi and we hear him breathing. And then so from here-ish, so we'll say 9 minutes because this is like 8:58 when it starts. So we'll say 9 minutes until 13 minutes. So it's like 4 solid minutes of reused footage and recap stuff, along with there was more in the intro, right? Yeah, little bits and pieces in the intro, but not like a lot together. And then the rest of the episode was newer content. Okay. I have to wonder why that was there and whether that was in the manga. That's really the only question that I have about it. Like, it doesn't feel out of place because of the way that it's framed, with her laying down next to Taichi after learning that she might not be able to continue in the individual tournament, and sort of recapping through the struggle and the difficult victories that they went through over and over and over in order to get there. It's kind of great, and it puts Chihaya in a place of gratitude, and that's the one thing that I wrote down from it. I have like vision of, and then I trailed off ... and then gratitude I wrote down in pretty big letters. I think that's important and really cool because we know that Chihaya is greedy, as in terms of like what she wants from karate and what she wants from competitive karate. She's greedy, but it's kind of a moment of growth for her when she looks back on everything that they have accomplished and is grateful. She is thankful that they've come this far and that it all worked out the way that it did, even though she's injured. And I think that's a strong character moment. I'd also say that of the things that you might choose to recap or redo, those were some of the strongest emotional moments of the show so far. Just the ones that we saw there were fantastic, and honestly had me choked up a couple times over the course of those 4 minutes ish of recappy stuff. So I'm not mad about the fact that 4 minutes of my 2250 episode were recap using the ED. Fine. Cool. Fine. Whatever. Other things that kind of got to me, the moment where everybody sort of looks at Chihaya and is like, yo, this is you, go grab that flag. I don't know why this impacted me the way that it did, but it's like a moment of becoming what she's been aiming for so long, and it felt really good, and I really liked it. Yeah. Other things, hospital, avulsion fracture. I want to Google that. Avulsion fracture. What is that? A fragment of bone tears away from the main mass of bone. Gotcha. So not a crack. usually near where the bone attaches to a tendon or ligament, and the tendon or ligament pulls away slightly, and a small piece of bone pulls away with it. Okay. Okay. As a result of physical trauma. So that makes a lot of sense. Okay. So really tiny, right on the edge, probably a lot less likely than like a crack down the middle to show up on an X-ray. That makes perfect sense. Cool. Oh, that's rough, buddy. That's pretty rough. Other things that I love about this episode. Fucking Hyoro, fucking Retro, and his laughs in the background twice. Amazing. I haven't given enough props to Hyoro's voice actor, and holy shit, that was nutty. Also, Sumire finding out that they're all childhood friends and realizing that there's a love triangle, which we all know very well. Yeah. A bit of a competitive moment between Taichi and Arata. I particularly like this feeling of the cool night breeze after a long day. I know that feel, and it's perfect for setting the tone of that conversation. And then Arata going on to say that he's going to college in Tokyo, and Taichi feeling all kinds of conflicted about that. You're my enemy, bro. I don't want you around. It's been kind of helpful to have you not around. And he says it, but then he doesn't say it to his face. I kind of thought for a moment that he was going to say it outright. Like, no, we're enemies, bud. Nope. Nope. That's okay. We know that the gauntlet is there. I love this doctor just being like, I don't know. I don't really know. And some of Empress's voice lines in this episode were really good. Those are really cute, like bathrobes. I would go to any hotel that provided robes like that if that's what is going on here. It seems to be. And then this moment is a really interesting one, and I did not know where she was going with this. Had some thoughts. She didn't go with any of those thoughts. I'm glad of it. She just lays down there in a place of comfort and thinks through where she's been. Also, she looks really pretty in this whole scene. Just, yeah. And then we flash through a bunch of impactful moments and tense moments and things, and then it ends. Neat. Then we cut to next morning, and, okay, my first reaction to seeing the sister here is, yeah, fuck you, and your second place shirts, and then immediately redeemed completely. She went and she sewed champions and actual victors onto all the shirts, and that's really cool. That's really cool. And it's a perfect way to spur Chihaya on to actually decide to compete. Now, speaking of that, we've got something interesting going on, which is we've injured our main character and prevented her from performing in this crucial tournament at top capacity. This almost guarantees that she's not going to make it to quarterfinals, probably. Just throwing out a part of the bracket. I don't know. But there are so many threats and so many challenges that would be difficult matches regardless of her physical state. To have her literally with one hand tied behind her back, tough. Now, what I like about this is that a core element of Chihayafuru and what makes it work in my mind is the constant struggle. And the problem with constant struggle as a major motif in your show, especially if you're focused on the mechanics of the game or sport or battle or whatever, is power escalation, right? Same thing that you deal with in DBZ, same thing you deal with in most battle shonen, unless you have a really creative way of doing things where like people's abilities match up in weird ways, like JoJo's, and certain other more modern shonen do similar things. And I'd say that Chihayafuru functions on a technical level like a sports shonen. It's more shoujo-y leaning in its tropes and its love stuff and its romance and all of those things. But I think that the mechanics of the sport itself function more like a sports shonen. And this is distinct from something like Sangatsu, which has a strong element of sports, but it's more as a part of people's lives in the show than it is an actual mechanic of how the show progresses. Chihayafuru is like focused on the sport and the playing and the victory and the defeat, and more than anything, the struggle. So if your character is getting really strong and you're looking at a situation where they could conceivably be one of the best players in their weight class, if you will, for this tournament, what do? You hamstring them. You tie one of their hands behind their back, very literally in this case. And maybe you give them a choice. And I think that this is what's going on here, and I'm just conjecturing, so I could be totally wrong, and I'm okay with that. But I think that Chihaya now has a choice, and I think that her choice is uh, uh, now or later. And if she chooses this smart option, she will continue using her left hand and get defeated relatively quickly. If she really wants this now, if she is greedy, then she may switch hands and risk injuring herself permanently and being unable to play Karata for a long time to come. That's what seems to be the potential choice here. Yes, she's got a brace on her hand. It will hurt if she hits cards with her right hand, and it might not even work as well because she won't be able to be as accurate as normal, but she will have the muscle memory to move that arm in time. So what will Chihaya choose? I don't know. But I like the element that we are cutting off a bunch of Chihaya's strengths in order to force her to struggle, because struggling and growing from struggle is like, it's pretty much the core of Chihayafuru up to this point. It's fight, lose or struggle, come close, eke out a win or lose, and then go and train more, right? It's that loop of struggle, victory. And we were in a situation where, at least in the first couple rounds of this tournament, Chihaya might not have struggled. Now she will. Regardless of what she chooses, whether she ends up using her right hand, which would be really cool, but also really scary and would up tension and stakes a lot, she's going to have to struggle. And I like that. I like it a lot. I am a little bit worried that we're going to be splitting our attention too many ways and or glossing over a lot of these matches, which is fine. I mean, it not every match needs to be the most important thing when there's a character that we know about. But just by the nature of the individual tournament, it seems like all the classes are competing nearly simultaneously. And that means all the matches are going on at the same time, which means that we have pretty limited attention to focus on all of them. That said, I don't know how far any of these characters are going to get, and I don't know what matches we're going to focus on. And I also don't know where this, like, the end of this season lines up with this tournament. I don't know if we're going to complete the tournament over the course of the next, 6 episodes in the season? No clue. So it could spill over into season 3, and we might never see, like, bracket matches in this season. But I don't know. Anyway, I think that's all that I really wanted to say about this episode in particular. We've got some interesting matches, and I don't know how we're going to do them. I don't know if we're going to focus hard on these matches or sort of breeze through them and pace them really quickly to get to the more exciting, I guess, matches. We know that things like Arata versus the guy that he's against, he's going to just crush him. But some of these matches could be really interesting, like this one, where we have a pretty strong setup for the character that Chihaya is facing. We already understand, like, her motivation, which is to fight Megumu? I think so. On her Megumi? I don't remember. On her own turf, and, like, show herself to be worthy and not be just a team member or a supporting member, which is cool. I don't know how we're gonna play with that. We'll see. In any case, yeah, I think that's all that I want to say about this episode. Let's go ahead and I'm going to take a breaky thingy, and then we will dive into the next episode, and we'll see where it takes us. So, breaky thingy, sinky thingy, see you in a moment. Peace. All right, welcome back. We are all synced up and ready to go for Chihayafuru Season 2, Episode 21, at the beginning of the individual tournament, for real. Exciting stuff. Not sure how they're going to do it. Curious to find out, so let's find out. Beep beep timer. What you gonna do, Chihaya? What you gonna do? Yeah. Another thing I like is that whatever she decides to do, she's going to have to grow. Either to learn to use her left hand better, or to be more accurate with her middle finger, whatever. Gonna have to grow. Or to learn to be defeated. Which, I mean, she has before, but we'll see. Hmm. Hmm. Ooh. Looks awkward. Yeah, you're so used to being like this. It's like trying to throw a ball with your left hand or your other hand, but you're not giving up. Yeah. She learns fast. Yeah, it's all wrong. Too much to handle. Ooh. She get that one? Oh. Indeed, Empress. Dink. Thank you. What if she comes out of this an ambidextrous player? Oh, this will also help. Oh, that's one method of growth. Forces you to learn a bit about Shinobu. Oof. This could become a very useful skill. From underwater to on fire. Attack to come back. Just smack, smack. But defending. Hmm. Hmm. Just the wrong neural pathways. Already? Perfect game? Taichi? I mean, Arata? Ah, perfect game. Ooh. Ooh. Brutal. Wait, why are they holding their heads in their hands? Silence. Oh my god. Not so great. Left-handed Karata. You're not gonna be able to really find out because she's adapting right now. Yep. Yep. I don't know. Yes. Hmm. Hmm. It's instinct and pathways now. Oh. Oh, placement. Oh, I doubt it. Yeah, most players. True. And maybe never won a match ever again. Placement. Moving all my cards. Yeah. Just gonna put all these over here. Perfect. Hey, she figured it out. Switchy. Ah. Mirror move. Is it against the rules, though? Thank you. Thank you. You're gonna regret that, but okay. It's just so she can strike them. Absolutely. But you are thinking, which is, different than the usual. That takes immense proprioception. Proprioception? I don't know. Understanding of how your body is working. That's ridiculous. And also the hypest thing. I guess. Seriously. Okay. Hey. The classic stand and chill. Pseudo style. Motivation. Broken fingers, both hands. Yep. It is. The cards did? Oh. God, the soundtrack is always so amazing. Yep, you gotta be fast, you gotta be strong, you gotta be a swift god, girl. This is the kind of karate you play. Huh. 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 Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Looking forward to it. Hey, what's up? Aww. Who's it gonna be? And you're against. Oh, I was gonna say Shinobu, but it's Arata. Oh, buddy. I don't remember who that is. See you further along in the bracket. Sorry, Nishida. Oh. This ain't one of them. Childhood rivalry. Oh, he got the big cup. You want this. Yeah. I mean, I'm pulling for you, but you're fucked, Nishida. I'm sorry. Nice. Oh, nice. What about Sumire? Wait. Yeah. Learning. I love Empress. Oh, the parents. Yeah. She doesn't know that they're. Right. That was the deal. I want to go to Tokyo. Yeah. Oh, so they're playing that he'll. Oh my god, they're praying that he'll lose? That's why they were. You're the worst. I mean, I get it. I get it. But that's the worst. Okay. Hmm. They do. They do. Just gonna turn it on really quick. Sorry, Nishida. Sorry, parents. Is that legal? Goals, buddy. He's aiming for the top. Oh my god. What's the difference? The craving. The hunger, right? We should just have been having a rough tournament, too. You were stable. But is that enough? All right. Breathe, buddy, breathe. Sorry, buddy. Real recognize real. Hey. Learn. Yeah. Mm. Awesome. And she's out. Somebody get that girl some chocolate. Oh, just imagine being your opponent. Oh boy. Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be? Shinobu. Ah! That's a brick wall. Gonna use your right for it. She knows she won't get to Arata if she doesn't. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's scary. That's mildly terrifying. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Okay. Well. Well, well, well. Two really cool things in this episode. Big section-y things. One being Nishida kind of overcoming himself a little bit and gaining even in defeat and sort of falling in with what I was talking about earlier about just struggle, refusing to give up. And to be fair, Nishida has been having a rough tournament, despite being one of the highest ranked players in the team. I mean, he's the only Class A at the moment besides Chihaya, right? So, despite that, he's been having a rough tournament and losing to players below his class rank, I think. It's also we haven't had we've had that sort of simmering in the background, but we haven't had much like charactery stuff for Nishida for a little while. So it's kind of nice to give him a moment to do that and to pit him up against Arata, where it sounds really mean to say it, but like the match is a foregone conclusion. Why? Arata's got that something, you know? He's got that special sauce. He's got something. And he's aiming so much higher. He's not just aiming to do okay or to do well or to win the team tournament with friends. He's aiming for Suo. He's aiming for the master. And in a more like well-considered way than say Chihaya aiming for queen, I think. Like Chihaya wants to be queen, no doubt about it. But Arata knows what it takes to be master, and he's working on it, despite the years of break that he's had. So putting Nishida up against him, it's like, well, sorry, buddy, shit, you got a bad match. But the little mini arc that he goes through, from I hate playing against good players to the reason that I hate playing against good players is because it makes me want to beat them, and he's struggling with himself. Like I have to get better. And getting better is hard, right? I like that. I think that was a really cool little character moment for Nishida. That was awesome. Chihaya learning to use her left hand over the course of this match. Amazing. Amazing. And the thing that I didn't realize, or I just didn't remember it. I just didn't remember that Shinobu's left-handed. And given that, it makes so much sense for her to get a little piece of information over the course of this match because of the thing that she's struggling with, that gives her a little bit of insight into how a left-handed player plays and thinks. And I have to wonder if we're going to turn Chihaya into an ambidextrous goddess, because that's fucking ridiculous. Like, oh, it's on the left side, I'll guard it with my left. Oh, it's on the right side, I'll guard it with my left. Smack, 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 smack. Just sounds really cool. I don't know how practical that actually is, but oh shit. Okay. Now, one thing that I mentioned during the match, I'm going to look up the pronunciation of proprioception. It sounds like it should be proprio. It's proprio. It's proprioception.
Proprioception.
Proprioception. Proprioception. Also referred to as kinesthesia. Yeah. The sense of self-movement and body position. Knowing where your body is and how it's aligned. How do I put this? To transition a movement that you're familiar with doing on like one axis or one side of your body to another requires an innate understanding of what you're doing with every part of your bone structure and musculature on the one side. For example, I think the classic example would be throwing a ball. If you learned and are right hand dominant and you throw a ball with your right hand a few hundred times over the course of your childhood, right? It is incredibly difficult to mimic the same behavior with the left. Not just because it feels weird, but because it's so ingrained into you that you don't actually know what you're doing with one side when you attempt to do it with the other. Everything is off. Everything is entirely different. Trying to mimic that is like ridiculously difficult. But more than just being difficult to emulate on the one side, you have to understand what you're doing physically on the other side. You have to understand how your body's actually acting, not just the feel of it, because it will feel different on the other side. You can't just judge it by feel. You have to understand it. You have to know where your body is in space, and that is the sense that we call proprioception, which I now know how to actually pronounce because I know the word from reading it, and I don't think I've ever heard anybody say it. So now I know. I've always in my head read it as proprioception, but I guess that's wrong, which is good to know. Hey, you learn something every day. We know that Chihaya is a natural athlete. This is just more evidence to that. And it's pretty cool. Having her actually think in a match, but not overthink, finding a bit of a balance, and figuring out how to use her left hand effectively, and figuring out, to everyone's surprise, because Chihaya is not much of a brainiac, figuring out that she needed to rearrange her cards and mirror all of her movements. Really smart. Really, like, Chihaya smart. It was cool. It was cool. There were some dope scenes in this episode. I particularly like the flaming backgrounds on her opponent throughout the match, and there's one sequence where her opponent feels like she's drowning, she's underwater. Classic, like, I'm overwhelmed or I'm head underwater, and then she just sort of rages and shrugs it off and bursts into flames again. It's kind of nice. Cool little simple visual. Works really well. And then I think the other most impactful scenes were when Arata, like, turns it on in the match against Nishida. Because Nishida's like, he's doing okay, he's doing all right, and then Arata just, like, whoosh, silently. It's not there. It's a little bit later, I think. But also some, the respect from Arata toward Nishida, even though he absolutely outclasses him. Pretty cool. He reads his methodology. He's like, oh, you're doing a method. I see your coach in this. That's okay. I can still beat you. Aw. I think the thing that I appreciate plot-wise, but fuck, I hate it, is the parents rooting for him to lose. Like, yes, that will be expensive. Yes, well, I mean, he's been working in Arubaito for a while now. He may have money saved up. I don't know. It doesn't seem like the kind of kid who wants to put a lot of strain on his family, but fair. All right, fair. But still, rooting for your own kid to lose? Come on, parents. No, don't do that. It does make for some mild comic relief, which is fun and which is nice. And we get some reaffirmations of Arata's goals and his desire to win. It's pretty cool. And then here we are. Rematch. Rematch. Gotta use her right hand, even though it's fractured. I'm a little worried. I don't want her to break her hand. I really don't want her to break her hand. But yeah, I mean, there's just no way she would beat her with her left. I don't think that there's any chance. But she did learn a little bit of insight. I still don't think she's gonna win. We've been building to Shinobu versus Arata for so long now. And she made the quarterfinals, which is actually further than I thought she would go. And entirely because she started using her left and figuring out how to do it. Which is awesome. And good job, Chihaya. I don't think she's gonna beat Shinobu. I don't think it's possible. But hey, that's just a theory. Not a game theory. A Karuta theory. Okay. Well, these were 2 really enjoyable episodes. A lot of fun. The first episode with some touching moments and some spooky moments and some interesting choices writing wise to make sure that Chihaya is put on the back foot, has a hand tied behind her back, there's a little bit more struggle going on. And then this episode with a bit more of a focus on Nishida's character and his own little bit of reaffirmation of his goals and reintroducing us to Arata as a player, which is always a delight to see. In any case, I think it's going to be Shinobu versus Arata, but I also think that this is going to be a hell of a match between Shinobu versus Chihaya. So I am excited, but I did promise that I was going to watch 2 episodes this week, and we will watch some more episodes next week, and that's what we're going to do. I think this is a pretty good stopping point because I know that as soon as we have Shinobu and Chihaya sitting down at the same tatami mat, I am not going to be able to stop watching until one of them comes out victorious, and that could be a number of episodes in the future. So we're going to stop here because I don't want to mess with that. I'd probably do that whole match in one video. However many episodes that ends up taking. So, wrap up. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Chihayafuru, Season 2, Episodes 20 and 21. I hope that you've enjoyed these couple of episodes as much as I have. They were really fun, and I had a good time with them. And I hope to catch you next week where we continue and get to see what happens with this rematch. Exciting. All right, I'll see you next week. Peace.